Hey, how's it going everyone? Dan here from Daniel Hegarty Movie Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about some of the best films you can watch on Amazon Prime. Stick around. Being quite active on a lot of Facebook and Twitter groups, one of the things you hear a lot of is people saying, can you suggest me some horror films to watch on Amazon Prime? So I thought I'd do a short video of some of the films that I've seen on Amazon Prime that I think every horror fan should watch. So I had to break this video into two parts, really because although I like to point out some of the lesser known horror films that you may not have seen, I couldn't therefore say the best films to watch on Amazon Prime without pointing out some of the really good ones that I think you probably have seen. However, I have put in a couple of films that I actually thought were really good and that you might have overlooked. And guys, if you do like some of my reviews and enjoy listening to me waffle on, click the subscribe button and you won't miss out on what things we talk about. So in at number 8 is the Babba Duck. This indie movie became the talk of the industry because of some of its unusual scenes and creepy imagery. It was Jennifer Kent's first feature-length horror movie, which she both wrote and directed herself. You should definitely add this movie to your watch list for its open to interpretation style and storyline that is always a conversation starter among your horror movie friends. Number 7 isn't a new film, it's quite an old one, it's called Splinter. This is a bit of a hidden horror movie gem and will be a delight for the fans of John Carpenter's The Thing. As the front cover shows, this movie is about a splinter type substance that when touched will start to take over your body. The movie is well acted with some good suspense from the characters and some good horror movie moments. The Green Inferno. Brought to you by the Hostel franchise's Eli Roth, this gory and suspense-filled movie is about a group of protesters captured by a cannibal tribe. It's not a massively original storyline, but it definitely has some original scenes and should not be overlooked. The Neighbour. Written and directed by Marcus Dunstan, who brought you the Collector franchise, and starring a very talented Josh Stewart, who also was in the Collector movies. The movie centres around John and his girlfriend, who are up to their eyeballs in trouble with the local bad guys, but finds that that'll be the least of their problems when his girlfriend is abducted by their neighbours. What John uncovers in the pursuit of his girlfriend is nothing less than crazy. This movie is a little bit of a slow burner, but when it gets going, it's really fun. Orphan. It's hard to believe that this movie is actually based on a true story, and is one that should definitely be added to your watch list. Isabelle Fuhrman will blow you away with her young acting abilities, and the movie follows Kate, played by The Conjuring's Vera Farmiga, who's decided to adopt an older child, Esther, into their loving family. But what first appears to be a perfect addition turns out to be nothing short of a nightmare. The 2013 remake of Evil Dead. As far as remakes goes, this is one of the better ones. If, like many, you're not a fan of remakes, I can totally understand that, but I hope it doesn't stop you watching them, as every now and again you will find one that has been done really well. There isn't many similarities to the original Bruce Campbell Evil Deads, but the storyline is there, and with some well acted out characters and some really good practical effects. This movie is gory and bloody and cringeworthy, and you should definitely watch it. The Devil's Rejects. From the horror mind of Rob Zombie, this movie is brutal, graphic, and somehow gets you rooting for the bad guy at the end. It has one of the most iconic horror movie end sequences, and I would be surprised if any self-respecting horror fan had not seen this movie already. And finally, Hereditary, one of the most talked about movies of 2018. Hereditary came from the mind of Ari Aster and was his horror debut. And I'm not going to give anything away about this film or break down the storyline. All I will say is if you like disturbing and eerie movies that are genuinely scary, you should definitely check this film out. So click the subscribe button and wait for the second part of this film, which will probably have some more of the lesser known horror films that I think you should definitely watch on Amazon Prime.